Howdy, brothers. Welcome to another episode of
Whiskey and Water.
Today I will be doing the entire episode with a country accent.
I will be doing one with a country accent as well. And you know what? My name is Olivia.
And my name is Jessica, and we are your co-hosts.
And we are your co-hosts. We said we were going to start
God.
doing that, and we haven't done it.
Imagine if this is like the first episode someone listened to. Oh my God.
Want to know something funny? Okay, when I was like 9, my family and I went through a drive-thru, my sister and my mom, when we were on vacation, and we did the entire drive-thru in country accents, and it was so funny.
Your entire drive-thru in what,
Like we ordered in country accents. We like got it through the window and like my mom was like, Olivia, what do you want? And we were just like arguing. You had to be there. Anyways,
Apparently,
guys,
when you were 9, I think when you were 9, that was a lot funnier than it was now.
I say it's a good memory. It makes me laugh.
Sorry, brother.
Anyways, back to our country accents.
Today we would like to thank our sponsor, Celsius.
You guys know it. We love it. We shotgunned it last week.
Fuji apple pear, you can't go wrong.
And, you know, we stay shotgunning this stuff because it's just that good.
It is the healthy energy you need. It is the accelerator of the metabolism that you need.
It is the burns of the body fats that you need.
It's the 7 essential vitamins for me.
It's the no high fructose corn syrup for me.
It's the published in 6 university studies for me.
It's the no artificial colors or flavors for me.
It's the proprietary Meta Plus formula, including green tea with EGCG, ginger, and guarana seed for me.
Y'all get the point. Link in our description. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother.
So today, for our moment of gratitude, ding, 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 ding,
Ding, ding, ding.
That's what I feel like we need.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Okay, we'll start doing that.
Yeah.
We're just making things on the fly these days.
This is what it is now.
You guys are in on our creative meetings now.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
We have them during the episode.
During the episodes, that's it. This is the only effort we're expending
the only
here.
Wait, which one's mine? Oh, definitely that one.
The one that's not empty.
What are you grateful for this morning
You
or
can go
afternoon?
So what are you grateful for this?
Sorry, I really needed that sip.
Yeah, understood. What are you grateful for today?
I am grateful for, and I know this sounds pretty vague, but family. Because I had a moment yesterday where the tropical storm made a nice leak in my office, and Tyler's grandpa came over at the drop of a hat, and then my mom happened to be swinging by because she wanted to show me some mask options for my engagement party.
Cute.
And, it was just nice.
Mm-hmm.
Just
no,
having
you have a great
family
support
over.
system.
Yeah, just such a good support system. And I know
between you and Tyler's family.
yeah,
Yeah,
I know not everyone has that, and it's just something I'm really super thankful for. And I make sure to really appreciate those moments and not take them for granted. It's just nice. Okay, what are you grateful
Love that
for?
you.
Yeah,
that's so nice. Today I'm grateful for Sir Daniel Soraluz, who is my roommate, which happens to be a great intro to what today's topic is, which is we have Danny on as a guest.
Yes.
So
I feel like that was
so a run-on sentencing. Yeah, no, it really was. That's because I'm correct. But yeah, so I'll get, during the episode, I truly get into, why I'm grateful about Danny. And it's not just because he saved my life one time.
True.
So make sure you guys listen through. Very grateful for my roommate of almost 4 years now.
Yes, and our very special guest today. And we get into all the goodness of how they became roommates, what it's like living with this monster, and funny worst and best parts, their worst stories about each other.
Yes.
It is really good, guys. You don't want to miss this episode.
Yeah, and at the end we source some stories from you guys.
Oh my God.
And holy shit, we have some of the craziest fucking stories.
We really do, and y'all really went all out this time.
Oh yeah, nothing was held back.
And this time we're not just saying that.
We never just say that.
Hundreds of replies.
No, there really were.
There really was a good amount of replies this time. But, while we're here, side note, y'all gotta start replying to our questions. Because...
Yes.
Yeah, let's
we're here.
Let's confront the brothers real quick.
We love calling you guys out.
We're holding you accountable as you guys hold us accountable.
yeah, if you guys want good fucking episodes and you guys want fun shit, we need you guys to respond to our shit.
Literally.
We're asking you a simple fucking question. Respond to the goddamn question.
Yeah, you guys gotta give us something to work with.
Yeah, we do have, the loyal few, but you guys were really great last time. We said that, if you are a silent listener, we need you to come out of the woodworks.
It's time again. We are making the call again.
Call to action. We need the brothers. We need you to step up.
Slide into our DMs, comment on a post. Guys, we follow everyone back who even literally acknowledges us. We're like, follow, love you.
We're showing y'all love, so we're
commenting, queen, thriving, bad bleep, all of the things. Right. We just love showing the love to you guys.
Yes, but
moving on.
Let's do a little squirt, squirt.
Squirt, squirt.
Catch up.
Instead of saying this, here we are in our creative meeting again.
It should be the noise.
Instead of even announcing the segments, we should just do the noises. Like, or squirt, squirt.
I'm down for that.
Okay.
Squirt, squirt.
Squirt, squirt. Basically, my birthday weekend was last week. It was a good time, even though a literal tropical storm came through.
Oh, yeah.
On my
Dude,
birthday.
Miami's flooded right now, low-key.
Yeah, it's actually really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday, Broward County canceled their schools.
Mm-hmm.
No one had school yesterday because no one could get to anywhere.
Yeah.
The streets are flooded, the parking lots are flooded.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad.
Yeah, no, it was, everything's flooded here.
And y'all voted for someone who doesn't believe in global warming. Not y'all, but
and that's on climate change. So what did you get for your birthday, brother?
Oh my God, guys. Well, this little angel got me something that I wanted for
She called me a monster earlier in the episode, and now I'm an angel.
She got me a fucking Roomba.
I got this bitch a Roomba.
Get me a Roomba so I know it's real.
And here we are.
And also, I said this on my story, I'll say it again. You're fucking old when you get that excited about a vacuum. But
have you used it yet?
No shame. No, because I want to enjoy the unboxing process. So I want to make sure my place is clean and I'm in a good headspace to fully take it in.
Okay. All right. What did Tyler get you?
Tyler got me a freaking MacBook desktop.
Rich.
Y'all, that's huge.
A MacBook, the nice one, the 27-inch with the fast processor.
The new big best. And I'm just
he was calling me about it. He's like, what should I get her? I'm the newest one, the biggest one, bitch. Don't ask me.
I'm you really didn't have to snap that hard. One, you're making me look bad. Two, I don't know. It's just a lot.
Your boyfriend should always make you look bad with overdoing the presents. That's all I'm saying. Or your fiance. That was kind of just a general statement.
But last year it was the ring, which was kind of, it's not just a birthday present, but it's just the second year in a row and he's making me look real bad now. I gotta step it up next year.
Yeah, true.
But it was his first big boy purchase.
Yeah, that he did by himself and everything. Yeah, with the help of me, but also by himself.
Yes, I'm so excited. It actually just delivered, so I can't wait to scurry home and literally
open it. Got a notification that
I'm so fucking excited. I'm gonna edit all my YouTube videos on it, and I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. So how was your overall birthday weekend despite the tropical storm?
It was great. We took a pottery class on my birthday. That was hilarious.
I can only imagine.
Pottery is very sexual.
Okay.
It was just funny. It's just funny.
I've never taken a pottery class, so I truly cannot relate.
Y'all gotta watch the vlog. Just watch the vlog.
I'm glad that you vlogged it.
Yeah, I vlogged the whole weekend because we had a few different things going on, but it was really fun. It was a good time. We had a great dinner in Fort Lauderdale.
And you guys stayed in an Airbnb, which is nice.
We did. It was okay.
Yeah?
No, the Airbnb was great, but it was literally anytime we went out of the door, it was just raining sideways. Jesus and Christ. The wind. It was.
Oh, but you also got massages.
We got massages. That was really nice. And then we spent some time in saunas after and infrared light saunas.
Did you guys get to go in it together? Or were they met?
I did with him at first, and then I ditched his ass and went in my own.
Why?
Because it's just you can lay down. They were kind of small.
Oh, gotcha.
But it was really nice, really relaxing. I feel super blessed. I'm 25. I've felt very reflective in the past week. I wrote a lot of goals down, and I'm feeling good.
Good, brother.
So yeah,
love that for you.
That's the story there.
My only update is that I completely shattered my phone because I brought it in the shower with me.
Why was it in the shower?
Because I have a little holder for my phone.
Kind of sketchy, right?
Look at Danny over there judging me.
Exactly.
Taking selfies. No, dude. I have a fucking little thing that sticks to the tile that like holds the phone for like music, and if I want to FaceTime
Nudes.
Juan. Yeah. I mean, I like to FaceTime in the shower, you know? It's like multitasking. And motherfucking my tile isn't like completely flat.
Yeah.
So
it didn't get a good suction.
Apparently not. And the fucking thing fell off.
Damn.
My phone fell like 5 feet onto this fucking tile while I'm showering.
That's fun.
And just completely shattered. I was like, love that for
Danny.
me. But hear me out.
Hear her
my
out.
roommate fixes phones
Hit him up.
professionally. So guess what Danny's doing tonight? Fixing my phone and the back of my phone. But I'm gonna get the new one. I'm gonna get the 12.
New phone?
I'm gonna get the 12 Pro.
Are you really?
I have to, because this bitch is not going to be working much longer.
Dude,
Not to
it's
mention
such bullshit. They go
bullshit.
in there and they're like, okay, she's
Let's
had that
turn
for
off
2 years.
this and that.
Stop working. You could keep working, but you'll stop working next month. Like, I feel like that's literally what they do.
Well, I'm really, because the thing is also, this is the, what is this, Danny? What phone is this? This is the XS Max. So this is actually a few years old. I've had this one for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
This is older than yours.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's older than
Really?
Yep, it's older than
What
yours.
do I have, Danny?
You have the 11.
11.
Yeah, so mine
I
is like
do.
the 10, essentially. Or like, you know, what something
That
in
shit
between
is so
those.
expensive. It's probably like
Dude.
$2,000 now.
Well, they are expensive, but because I can trade in,
Yeah.
I think it's only going to cost me like $300 or something with like, you know, whatever
you have
specials they're
Apple
fucking
Care?
running. No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't fuck with that shit either. Like that shit, like I don't like insurance. I don't fuck with insurance for
insurance
things.
is a scam, but that's
Insurance
a whole
is a
other
scam.
That's a whole other episode.
So yeah, I'll be getting the new phone. So guys, follow me on IG, the Jessica Experience, because I'm about to be having some fire ass content
pictures
with my 3 fucking unnecessary ass goddamn cameras.
Yes. Correct. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, we have one segment before we get into the nitty-gritty. Let's do some mystery beef.
Mystery
Mystery beef. Okay, so for this, I'll keep it short and sweet. But we all know that person, right? And this is inspired by a true story for me. We all know
based
that
on true events.
Yes, literally based on true events in my life. We all know that one person who is just low-key, maybe high-key. Actually, most of the time it's high-key. A serial dater. But like serial, not just like dating, like serious ass relationships every 6 months. I don't know if y'all know someone like that, but I definitely know 1 or 2 people.
Like the minute, so, you know, based on these true events, hypothetically speaking, if one of us were to be in a relationship with this person and maybe end up having to terminate that relationship 2 weeks later, they might find themselves in a similar predicament into a relationship in which is serious.
I have no idea what you just said, but yeah, that.
It makes sense to me.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I just, you know, this person, it just posts a new female literally every 6 months.
Oh, and can we talk about the captions?
And the captions are literally the same. Like, you could not tell the captions apart. And it's not like a one.
Oh, imagine, them at a pumpkin patch. Falling for you.
No, it's like every year, and it's a new girl every year. I think he's gay, but that's besides the point.
Can we dude, no, there was
no, it's a thing.
There's all, I mean, but hear me out. Even on the other end of the spectrum, for
which is okay. We love that. Live your truth. But
for the females, we know someone who was like talking to us about how they were in this toxic relationship and how they're so happy to be independent, and then I swear to God, 2 weeks later, she was like in Jamaica, engaged.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, well, you know, good for her. Good for her. You know, we're happy. And
but
now,
we'll see.
2 weeks later, she just posted a fucking one of those single ass photos.
All you have
no
is
ring
yourself.
on that damn finger. All you have is yourself.
All you have is yourself at the end of the day.
You gotta love yourself because no one else will. Like, okay.
So yeah, that's that part on that period, and I really have nothing else to say other than, you know, I don't know.
Live your truth.
Live your truth, and I guess if, you know,
get well soon.
Getting in a new relationship every 6 months, hey, if that's your vibe, that's your vibe. But it's not like a 1,
love
2,
yourself first.
3 thing. It's like this. There's a track record of literally
years.
like I
Years.
can like name like 6 or 7 girls who were the past girlfriends that lasted less than a year.
Of course. And like obviously if you
it's just interesting.
if you fall into a relationship a little bit sooner, as you've gotten out of your past relationship, because even myself, like I wanted a little bit more time before I got into a new relationship, but my boyfriend came around.
He said it's time.
I wasn't gonna
turn it down.
Even though,
but yeah,
even though I tried, I was like, I don't want to be in a relationship.
It's always the girls who are like, even like I don't know. I know a girl who like was engaged, and then now like the last time I checked her profile, she has a baby, but it wasn't with the guy that she was just engaged with, and I'm just like, what is going on? So get well soon.
Live your truth, ladies.
With that being said, let's hop into our episode with Danny.
Yes, brothers, we will see you on the other side. All right, guys, we are on with the roommate of the motherfucking decade.
Hey, I was allowed out of the room this time.
Yeah, right? we unlocked the door and let him out of the room.
Sorta loose.
Sorta lit, sorta dapper, sorta Miami.
Sorta daddy.
All the things.
One man, many names.
Love to see it.
Sorta beanie, sorta glasses.
No, literally.
Everything.
Why is that your handle anyways? I've always meant to ask you.
Yeah.
He goes,
It started as a nickname, and I just...
His last name is Soraluz.
Yeah.
So his Instagram is sorta loose.
Exactly.
So it's just a play on that.
It was just a play on words and my last name, and it just stuck, and I owned it. Just
Okay. I fuck with
my
it.
personal brand.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, well, let the brothers know who you are. Give them a little self-introduction, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, just like these ladies so beautifully put, I'm Soraluz, Daniel Soraluz, a.k.a. Soraluz. Yeah, just like I said, it's that little nickname just stuck with me, and I really like to live up to it because I don't like to be put in a box. I don't. I like to just always try new things, and I feel people just fall into labels really easy, and I just don't. So
okay.
Yeah, so let's give them a little like info on like our story,
their
Our
roommate,
situation,
their
yeah.
roommate narrative.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yes, me and Jess are roommates. Nothing less, nothing more, nothing more,
Nothing
guys.
less, nothing more.
Nothing less, nothing more. Just really good friends. We genuinely just fuck with each other.
How did
Speak
you guys
for
meet?
yourself. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. Give us from the very beginning. How did y'all meet?
FIU days.
Okay.
So, yeah, go Panthers, FIU.
Wait, was he a brother?
Yes.
I was a brother.
He is a brother.
I was a brother.
For
Phi Cap.
Yeah, for
Theta
those of
Delta,
you.
my boys, you already know.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I went to FIU, and during that time, I became a Pi Cap lady, which is kind of like a sweetheart to a fraternity.
The sweetest of hearts.
The sweetest
I don't
of hearts.
think you've ever shared that actually.
I probably did like
Maybe once
early
or twice.
on.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so Danny is one of the brothers of Pi Cap, ODH. So yeah.
And when you moved out of the dorms together and like finally got your own apartments, because have you guys always been roommates?
Well, obviously, like I lived in a dorm with other girls.
Okay, right.
So we started living together. So basically, how it transpired was, we were all out for like one of our homies' birthdays. I forget who it was.
CJ, I think.
It was CJ's birthday.
CJ.
Our boy CJ. Shout out, love him. And we were out for his birthday, and I remember we were sitting at a bar, both having a drink, and he was talking to me about how he was looking for an apartment. I was like, yo, I'm looking for an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And basically fucking from there,
the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history. And
Yeah,
then
we had already had a 3-2, right? Because we had an OG roommate, Kevin Bourbano. Shout out. And we just needed a third one. And I was like, Jess, we need a third roommate. And she's like, my lease is about to expire. I need a new spot. I'm down.
True.
And then we
From
made
that
our
conversation within like 3 weeks, I think we had made moves. We had
Yeah.
gone to see the place. We liked it. We loved it.
And that was the last place, right?
That was the last.
That was the last
So
place.
when we started the podcast, that apartment that we started it at was their first place together.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we lived there for almost 3 years.
3 years. Well, almost 3 years to the day.
Oh. Yeah.
We're 3 years to the day roommates actually now.
No.
Yeah.
Roommate-versary.
Where's the whiskey at? Let's take a
I
shot
know,
of whiskey.
right? We
Honestly.
should. But yeah, so basically the rest was history, and so we had a third roommate for a couple years, and then he switched out, and we got another third roommate for a couple months, and then when that lease ended, we decided to branch off and get
Go on our
Take a
own.
leap of faith.
get this 2-2 here. So
Yeah, it kind of works because I feel like you guys like tested the waters by having 3 people, and like y'all realized you could fuck with each other, and Danny could put up with Jess's shit, and then at that point you guys decided you could move forward and upgrade and do a nicer place and just like be in a nicer area. It works. Like, it really just works for y'all.
And it does. And the reason that we kind of wanted to have this conversation and have Danny on is because a lot of people find it really interesting that we, you know, have, you know, a male and female roommate dynamic. And I mean, obviously people know me and how I am, and so I think a lot of people want to know like Danny's perspective on what it is like living with me, the tornado that I am. And
all the boxes,
living
all the influencer packages,
living with you, and like also kind of living with me, because I walk in this bitch by myself all the time, and I'm like, sup, Danny?
Yeah,
like,
living with Nugget.
I'm the third roommate
living
here.
with my boyfriend.
This is 2 people living on paper, but there's 5 different people at any
also
time.
Keep in
Plus
mind,
Nugget.
Living in
Danny,
the Casa experience.
Senor Creepy.
Danny has
Senor
also,
Creepy.
I think a good, you know, thing to mention is that Danny has also been with me through my relationships.
True.
Yes.
So he was, you know, he was there when I was dating my ex, you know, from the beginning to the end, and yeah, thumbs down.
Dislike.
And you know, that was a really interesting time too, because obviously it was like, you know, he was, you know, able to see it start to finish, and 2, you know, like I remember both him and our other ex roommate, Kevin, like would mention to me like, yo,
what's good?
What are you doing?
Wait, really?
Yeah. So I actually remember.
Aww.
So you know, I talked to Danny a little bit more. Kevin was kind of more like a background character, because he was just like he had a different schedule,
in and out.
Yeah. But I remember like he and we were just sitting in the kitchen one time, and this was like after me and my ex had broken up like 10 times, and he was like,
after the 10th time.
And I remember him saying like, yo, Jess, like you can't let that happen anymore. Aww. He was like, you need to stand up for yourself now. And it was like, I hadn't even spoken to him about it. It was just him like, you know, seeing me fucking, observer. You know, seeing me fucking crying every other day type shit. So like, I think that that's super interesting too, that now he's seeing me, you know, in this healthy, thriving relationship, and he's good friends with Juan too, which is nice.
Friends with everybody.
Yeah, he also gets along with everybody.
Everyone. Yeah, like it's funny, Danny. You can speak a little bit on this, but like as annoying as not annoying, not annoying, but like you put up with the boxes, right? Yes. You put up with the boxes, and like Jess is
puts up with Senor Pee.
She's clean, but you know, not the tidiest person. Whatever. My point is, he puts up with some shit.
I'm messy. I'm not dirty.
Yes, very good. Like explanation, I guess. But you do get the perks too, right? Like I feel like Jess is always like sliding you into events, like hooking up with some shit here and there.
You know,
I put on for him for sure.
This arrangement has its perks. Yes, it does.
Yeah. I feel like it is.
No, my only gripe with living here is maybe dishes, but
dishes.
Jess learned how to
put her on blast.
Jess learned how to
ready
use.
For it.
She learned how to use the dishwasher, guys. So we're good.
Yeah, I never used a dishwasher growing up. I just don't trust dishwashers, but like I prefer washing everything by hand for some reason. Like that, I don't know. It just feels more normal to me.
It feels more clean.
It feels more clean.
Guys,
like dishwashers
we're gonna get into all the roommate
all the
things,
nitty gritty. But
I just think it's funny because there have been times, especially in the old apartment. This one you've been better about, but in the old apartment, like so many times I'd look at Danny and be like, I don't know how you do it.
Like
the old apartment, I was worse. I was definitely worse. I don't know why.
For me, it's not a big deal because, like I said, I was in a fraternity and I lived with 20 different guys.
Yeah, so when it's all subjective,
it's
right?
Basically, he's basically just living with 20 guys inside me. Let me rephrase that.
Please elaborate.
I am 20 guys.
I'm deceased.
Please elaborate.
I'm as unorganized and messy as 20 guys.
Men.
20 fraternity
20
men, essentially.
Are not inside Jess.
Oh my god. Guys.
Heyo.
I'm dead.
Subscribe to OnlyFans.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, but I feel there are so many times I looked at him, I was like, Danny, you are like the chillest, coolest like roommate. Yeah,
I would just accept that. I'm not gracefully accept that. Yeah, I like to get along with people. I don't like
chilling, like it works.
I'm not confrontational.
He's also I was just about to say he's not confrontational.
That's also why it works though. And see, I think that's a big thing with roommates too. Is like y'all have to be compatible, and in that way you guys are, because she is confrontational and you are not.
Right.
Yeah, no, we definitely
probably
even
why
each
it
other
works.
out.
It's like, yeah, I'm like sometimes low vibration, she's high vibration, so it's just I cancel each other and evens out. Yeah,
it really does.
Like a yin and yang.
And I don't know, it works for like a multitude of reasons. And like one, like you mentioned, like one, I do put him on, but he also puts me on. He's,
for
you know,
sure.
Danny is a hustler, and he's constantly like even for this upcoming art basel, he's like already putting together shit, which is in like 2 months. So like,
they said it's canceled, but I don't think it's canceled all the way.
He's making his own art basel, but
it's sort of canceled.
Sort of canceled. Yeah, exactly. So you know, like it works in that aspect too, and you know, we also, I think what an important thing is that like the fraternity thing and like the history of that also helps, because
you have the trust.
But we also have all the same friends. We have all the same friends, so it works out really well, because and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but we sourced some stories for you guys to share at the end of the episode, like as like our little tea time game.
Good.
And a lot of people were complaining that like, like they'd bring random people over, blah blah blah. And although Danny has had his fair share of randoms,
oh my god, you have to tell the story.
Oh, absolutely. That's my horrific roommate story that I'll tell it later. But like at the end of the day, it's like, if he's having a party, or if he's having like a get together, or if I'm doing it, it's like it's all of our friends,
mutual friends.
Yeah, like we trust the people in our home. No one's gonna wreck our shit. Like those are like small but really important details.
Yeah, I mean, I can attest to that.
And you guys have like a history of friendship. It's not like, a lot of people end up finding roommates like randomly.
Yeah,
off Craigslist or some shit.
Yeah, I don't think that's, and I think maybe that's what some people might assume this is, but like the only reason it works is because you guys have a legitimate history of friendship and like have the same groups of people in your lives. Also, another thing to note is like you guys are in a very similar place in your lives as far as age and as far as both being creatives.
And we've like seen each other's come up, to be honest. Like I met Jess before she was
the Jessica experience.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Like I really was not shit, and now I'm sort of shit.
Sort of shit. Sort of hot.
No, I'm kidding.
Sort of popping.
Yeah. So no, but truly, like we kind of did start from like ground zero, and like I said, I think that hustle is really important, because it also like holds like us accountable. Like, I've put on for him, he's put on for me. Like, like we're always kind of complimenting each other in that way too. And it's good to have like the space. And I think that works because, we're not BFFs, because, he's a man at the end of the day. And
he has his own life.
Although he's like family to me. It's not like you and I. Because if you and I were to live together, we'd probably butt heads a little bit more. Yeah. And so for us, it's like we do have that space, but we also know that like we have each other's backs, like no matter what.
Yeah.
And like, there's been times where like we've had to, kind of have a little bit tough conversations and like hold each other accountable, or like, I feel like we talked about something a couple weeks ago where it was like, he was sleeping in really late every day, and I was like,
she called me out on some shit.
I was like,
she was like, "You good?"
I was like, "Yo, get
good.
Your ass up, dude! Like, stop fucking sleeping in till noon every day."
I just listen to my body sometimes. I'm just saying rest.
Of course, but I will be the first one to
like notice patterns.
Of course, and
that was good, because I was falling, I guess, into a little pattern, but
and
it's nice.
And of course, like obviously, if you saw me slacking, or if you were like
drinking
or whatever, I would hope that you would
say the same,
feel comfortable enough to be like, get your shit together, because sometimes people need a fucking kick in the ass.
Totally.
And that's kind of like the benefit of us living together for so long, that we're able to do that. Because let's say if we were first year roommates, we wouldn't have that level of comfort,
Yeah, we were definitely like tippy toeing. Well, not even that, but just you just wouldn't say certain things because you're
not your place.
Yeah. You just want to kind of like mind your business. But at this point, it's like we're fucking roommates. We've been roommates for going on 4 years now. It's like if you can't say what's on your mind or speak your truth or hold someone accountable, then then I'm not trying to live with someone like that.
100%.
No bueno.
And at this point in our lives, we could live by ourselves, but we choose to live together because we want to we want a nicer place, and we want
the amenities and to be in the middle of like a really happening part of town.
So it's like we choose to do that as well.
And it's interesting too, seeing like two people who have completely like separate lives and like how it meshes together. Like I said, both of you like just kind of being creatives, being young, being in, I don't want to say where in Miami, but you know, being in the middle of Miami and like going about your days and coming back, and like it's just interesting to see like the things you guys will connect on or like will have like
synergies with.
Yeah, synergies with, exchange contacts. Like you guys are constantly like, oh, I got a guy for you, oh, I got a girl for you, oh, my homie said she can hook you up with this. Like I think that's really cool too.
Yeah, like one thing I thought about recently was it's like it's very important to have somebody that you can bounce an idea off of and the idea not die. Because imagine if you have somebody who's just not understanding what you're saying.
Totally.
Like I used to have with my dad, right? Me and my dad, we were like, I would talk to him and he just wouldn't get my ideas.
Yeah.
So like
so it's kind of discouraging.
Totally.
To like, and it limits communication, right? But if you have a good idea, right, I'll come back every day with a new idea and I'll run it by Jess and vice versa. She'll run it by me and we're just like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Or even a soundboard.
Or is that maybe that's not an idea?
Yeah.
You know, maybe focus your energies elsewhere.
Like that's a good start.
Yeah,
work on that.
to play devil's advocate.
Yeah, work on that. Come back to me in another week and I'll review your proposal. But yeah, I think that's really important. And you know, one of those most famous quotes is that you are a mix of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. So it's like if you have a roommate and that person isn't like inspiring you or, holding you accountable or bettering your life really. Like, I understand some people, kind of just live with
some people are in college and they get random assigned roommates.
Yeah. But, if you have the choice and the luxury to, choose between living alone or having a nicer place with someone who's, maybe not the best type of roommate, choose to live by yourself or find someone that's going to mesh well with your life because, this is your life at the end of the day, and it's it's so much more than just a roommate. It's your mental health. It is your peace of mind.
It's your home.
It's your home. It's your safe space.
Your home is everything.
That's so important.
Yeah, it makes me feel horrible reading these fucking stories because it's like the last thing I would want. Personally, I've never had a roommate other than Tyler because as soon as I moved out, we lived together. But like even when we were looking at places, like we considered Tyler's friends because we were like, oh, we could get a nicer place if like 1 or 2 of Tyler's friends, and I was just like, no. But that's also Tyler's friends.
Even us at one point, I know that we kind of toyed with the idea, and then we were probably like, nah, maybe shouldn't. But yeah, and even before Danny, I mean, I lived in the dorms for 2 years. I've had a lot of roommates just from living in the dorms. I mean, it's a four fucking person apartment. You're sharing a room with another person. So it's like, I've had a lot of experience living with other people. Yeah. And, I also grew up with, 2 siblings. So that definitely helps. But some people just don't know, like, roommate etiquette or boundaries or anything. And
you guys have gotten pretty lucky in the fact that, like, I don't think you guys have really crossed like any major boundaries. I mean, you'll say your worst story, which is it's funny. It's not really a boundary cross.
It wasn't my doing though. It was.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a byproduct of a decision he made.
And if I was awake, it wouldn't have happened.
But literally, like Danny, when we read these stories, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Because
dude,
the shit people do. I'm like,
because I know we got it lucky.
That shit's crazy. Real. Yeah,
I know
you
there's
guys
some
have
horror stories out there, and
yeah,
I can't even.
Y'all have a good thing going.
I'm ready to hear them.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely crazy. I mean, even I'll kind of circle back to another really like great thing about having this roommate relationship is that there's also a level of safety to it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because one, we do live in a very populated area in Miami, and even you guys know, the listeners know, the brothers know. At my last apartment, it was a little dangerous.
It was rough.
A little risky.
We had some characters around,
Yeah, and so just
to say the least,
and like definitely living with a guy helps like mitigate that, because I don't know, I'm always on some Law and Order SVU type shit thinking in my head, and I'm like, okay, well at least like when people see me in the elevators or see me at the amenities, they almost always see Danny with me,
right.
So it's like even if they assume that we're together, I'm okay with that, because that adds a level of safety.
Absolutely.
And I mean, we share each other's locations because like that's
pro tip, share each other.
Yeah, if you have a fucking roommate, I don't care if you guys fucking hate each other, share your locations. It helps with so much. It's like, if anything were to happen to you, your roommate is really going to be the first person to know. And imagine if you didn't like have a good relationship with that person. They're like, I don't know where she is. Like,
no, and I think that's the case for a lot of people, unfortunately. But like, yeah, it's important because it does add a level of safety. Because like at the end of the day, like if one of y'all doesn't come home, you guys are gonna know. Like you're gonna know if Danny doesn't come home. Danny's gonna know if you don't come home, and that's like where it comes into play. Where it's like, hey,
he can just check my location and see I'm at Juan's or see I'm at your place or like. I mean, I check Danny's location like maybe once a day, every other day, maybe.
Same.
Yeah. Just because I'm like, okay, like the other day I was
makes
like,
it more convenient too for a lot.
Because I don't have to text him and be like, hey, are you coming home tonight? Like I just see that he's at his parents' place, and I'm like, okay, you know, chilling. Yeah, and the whole sharing locations things really came in clutch a couple months ago because I had gone out with Danny and a few of our friends, and we went out to a bar down here, and I was drugged essentially at this bar. And
I remember,
yeah, and I was like, I forget exactly what happened, but I think that I was like trying to Uber to the next location
or home.
This was when she was on her.
We were really close to home.
Wild
so
shit.
I would have walked.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
So I think I was trying to Uber to a new location that was like maybe 10-15 minutes away. And then I think so I was FaceTiming my now boyfriend Juan. He was not my boyfriend at the time, but I was FaceTiming him while I was in this Uber, and he had screen recorded most of it because he saw that I was super fucked up, like there was just something wrong with me, and he realized that. And I got out of the Uber because I felt sick, and I thought that I was going to throw up, and I ended up, so this Uber dumped me on the side of the road in a really bad area of downtown, and Juan, my boyfriend, ended up calling Danny and asking him to pick me up. And because Danny had I was unresponsive. I was passed out. I was done for.
So fucking scary.
And so because Danny had my location, he was able to come pick me up with his sister, and you know, absolutely saved my life.
Literally saved her life.
Oh, you know, God forbid what could have happened at that time. So just, you know, things like that. I mean, you can't take that kind of safety for granted.
At all.
Facts.
No, you definitely have to
be there for your people.
Exactly. Like I could have continued my night, right? But I was like, no, I got this call, and I was like, okay. I really got into
She's on a fucking
I sprung. I was about to jump in an Uber. Thankfully, my sister had just pulled up, so my sister, I was like, Andrea, get the car.
Yeah, it just worked.
So it was like one fell motion, like no stopping. Just boom. Got in the car, and I started looking at the location. I'm like, okay, approximately it's around here. But again, it doesn't tell you exactly where she is. So I'm like literally like, all right, this is the location.
She could be in like a house or a building.
Yeah, I'm looking like to the side, and all of a sudden I see just like Jess with her head in her knees, like. I'm like, yo, what the?
Oh my God.
I literally
Uber driver just left her there.
To this day, I have zero recollection of anything that happened, and that's why I know that like it wasn't me blacked out, because let me tell y'all, I black out all the time. Like you know, and
it was more than that. Yeah,
it was much more than that. You know, you guys, this fucking podcast is called Whiskey and Water. Like I can hold my alcohol. And I've never
can handle her shit.
Yeah,
I drank just as much as she did that night.
Yeah, we had. And that was another thing. You actually didn't even drink that much that night.
We didn't. Either. Like we pre-gamed a little in our apartment, and then we went downstairs. And the thing is, we were doing rounds of shots, so it's like we all had the same amount of alcohol. Yeah. But I remember specifically that one of my shots was given to me in a separate cup. He was like, oh, hey, I poured this extra one for these people, and I poured an extra. Do you want it? And like I remember that happening like once or twice, and I was like, oh my God, he's just being so nice because I tipped him heavy. I don't want to say it.
You should. It was a bartender, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember like a couple months ago we didn't name the place, but also, you know, I'll go ahead and say it because when there was a few
rumors.
There was a few people that, you know, messaged me, and they were like, this either happened to my friend or this happened to me, and it was at the Wharf. It was at the Wharf in Miami.
Super popular place. So it just goes to show you, like, a super popular place. People go there every fucking weekend. The one in Fort Lauderdale too. Just always be careful, y'all.
Yeah,
like,
and that's not to say that I wouldn't go back, because, you know, one, it's not I mean, of course, you know, the institution should be holding their people accountable and not hiring shady people, but at the end of the day, you know, as females, we have to be
careful.
We have to be careful, and as, you know,
roommates
and as friends, you have to look out for your people too, and
share your location. Is the moral of the story.
And I was fortunate that night.
Okay, going back to you guys as roommates, Danny, what is the best and worst part about being roommates with Jess?
The best, she's like the interior decorator.
Okay, so he likes that.
I like it. I mean, I get a little bit of like input, but
yeah.
If she wants to go wild with the
He
pets,
gets an opinion.
I get an opinion.
But I mean, hey, she fully furnishes the places.
Yeah, there's
so.
a couple of Danny items in here. You know, we have the bar card.
Okay,
Yeah, the bar card that I'm
We
trying
got
to
the
get rid
we
of.
got the wine cooler. Shout out to the Celsius cooler now.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Alright.
Celsius cooler. Hell yeah.
Celsius is gold in this household.
It really is.
You are
Um,
not wrong. Fucking Danny is now addicted as
I had
well.
an input on the color of the rug, you know.
Okay,
even,
yeah.
even these chairs we're sitting on, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
no, I run
everything-
shit by him.
Okay, I like that. And
But
the
yeah.
worst part.
The worst part,
Spill the tea.
I've said honestly, it's just the dishes.
It's the
and she's gotten better with
dishes.
it. Like I
Okay.
can't really complain about anything else. My personal space is my personal space,
Yeah,
and
for
our
sure.
common areas. That's fine. Like I said, I've seen worse, and Jess is not the worst.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
yeah, the thing is,
It's a
like,
vibe.
if I could be a little bit more clean, like
Neat.
neat.
Needy.
Damn.
Tidy.
I think that people wanted more. All right, so I hate Nugget.
Yeah,
and-
right.
me and-
Gotta spill the tea,
Me
Danny.
and Nugget had a turf war. He's been pooping in my room. I pooped
my God,
in his litter
stop
box. No, I'm
it.
joking. But
He did poop in his room.
Apparently that works.
I have
though.
donned Nugget Senor Pee. So
Yes.
if you ever hear Senor Pee, we're gonna make
Yeah.
a little merch for him.
Oh my
We should
God,
send
we
your
should
pee-pee.
put Nugget and Ellie on merch. That would be
my
epic.
God, that's so cute. We should make them little gifts.
Yeah.
And dude, Danny comes in clutch with Nugget all the time too.
Yeah, he's also he's-
Jess stays calling Danny like, "Hey, Danny, I'm not gonna be
My
home. Can
God,
you
no.
call?
Can you walk
Can you
him?
walk
do.
Nugget?"
I really try not to do that
I know.
unless I don't
That's
really
like
have another
last
option.
case scenario.
Yeah, because it's not fair. Like, you know, Nugget is my dog, and like I would hate that. I mean, I wouldn't mind personally because I'm a dog
You like
person,
dogs?
but at the same time, like I wouldn't. He didn't ask for
You wouldn't
a
abuse
dog, yeah, at all.
Okay, Jess, what is the best and worst parts about living with Danny?
I would say that like he's like the best part is like he's fun. Like I can always like Friday night I'm like, oh, what we're doing, where we going?
Always down.
Yeah, always down. Sorta down.
Always is down, honestly.
Yeah, and it's cool because I can just like I'm like, yo, invite our friends out, and like he like
Yeah, makes moves.
yeah he's always down to like make moves.
Or I'm already out and she just comes.
exactly
Yeah,
like
and
she's
like,
and
bet.
it's also just dope because like he really like he is he's like an organizer of things. Like he
gets people
I'm
together.
a
He gets
curator of vibes.
yes that's what he I think that's on your
Rich.
bio, right?
I think I have the ambassador to all things dope. on my
Yeah.
bio right now.
Oh my God!
Ambassador to all things
the
dope.
language.
So that's like that's a fun part. I would say let's
the
talk about the worst.
The worst. Here it comes.
The worst it's hard to say because it's I
She
could,
can't pick one thing.
well
Oh,
no
man,
because
so many.
no because it's like how can I complain about something when like I'm have my shit all over the place. But sometimes he'll just leave his fucking weird foods out
Oh.
because Danny loves like
Not
weird and unique foods. Like he
Not
loves trying
weird.
like super foods.
I don't
Unique.
talk about it too much, but like
Unique.
I'm a little health foodie, I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
He's
so
like a health nut.
He's
I'm
low-key.
honestly-
I'm always juicing.
Always.
He's
I was
always
vegan for the
whipping.
past year, and I still heavily
I had no
indulge
idea.
in a vegan cuisine. So yeah, that's stuff like that. I just don't
Yeah,
really talk about it.
Danny is low key always whipping something up. Like that's
yeah,
interesting.
dude,
Like,
he's
Oh, yeah, sort of chef.
like never like it's actually really surprising, and he doesn't even showcase it, which is like the most interesting part because usually someone who's like all over that kind of shit
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
always posting about it and doing
health,
this.
health,
Yeah.
health advocate.
No,
Yeah.
for me it's more just a personal choice. Like I like to know what's going in my body, you know. So for me it's
Just is like can't relate.
Couldn't be me.
Relate.
I'm like just had mac and cheese for the fourth
if
day in a
anybody
row.
ever wants any any knowledge
think
or recipe,
she's-
like I'm happily sharing it, but you know I'm just
And,
not
yeah, I mean, and that part is even
broadcasting it.
that
Yeah.
part is even cool because sometimes he's like on just like he does the Irish sea moss, and I just ordered Irish sea moss because apparently it has all these fucking benefits. So like that part's cool, but like sometimes he'll just like
It's the weird shit.
leave his fucking weird shit out.
Yeah, because
and
I
it's
make mine like from the
from
It's
scratch.
It's the rotten
From the
plantains for
actual-
me.
It's the rotten
the
plantains for me.
we have rotten plantains. Oh, they're not rotten.
It's the fruit
No,
flies
no, no,
for
no, no,
me.
no, no,
Oh
no.
my god,
No.
he stays getting like these like exotic
So, wait,
fruits
wait a minute.
from the fruit
Wait a
market.
minute. I'm gonna put y'all onto some banana game right now. So
Okay,
the
put 'em
bananas that you guys buy from the supermarket, those are like they're
Shitty?
GMO, they're shitty, right? So there's these other variety of banana called
Okay.
the burro banana,
Oh.
which if you have
It's
it
a burro banana.
burro BURRO banana, and those bananas they're at their best when they're looking rotten. It's like the best.
Never
You can't
I feel
you can't
that.
have that with the regular banana from Winn-Dixie. You know.
True that. You
So-
gotta get them without all the preservatives.
Exactly. And
Okay.
yeah, those are the rotten bananas that they speak
Yeah,
of.
but they do
Attract
attract a
fruit
certain
flies.
sort of
Well,
fly.
a sort of fly sometimes, but
Sort of fly.
So yeah, I would say that's
That-
but
the
it's
worst
because
part.
they're non-GMO.
But literally every time Jess even goes to say something like, "Why is Danny's box here?" I'm like, Jess?
That's your box.
I'm like, you can't say any. And then she's like, as I fucking have 1,000 boxes.
Yeah, no,
Dude,
I mean,
we just moved your your desktop box.
My biggest-
We were
my
like,
big-
that
Oh,
can
yeah.
go.
Digital billboard monitor.
Your robot box
Yeah,
that I thought there
Some-
was an actual robot in.
it was a mini person coffin.
I literally was
yeah,
like,
huge fucking box, like
Jess,
could fit me in it.
literally. I was like, what is this for? And Jess was like, Danny got a robot. And I thought she was serious.
Because it has a robot on the side.
I was like, that is so something Danny would do. I was
100%.
like, oh my God,
Personal
where is
robot
it?
just to follow me around.
I was like, where is it? I want to see it.
yeah.
But that's hilarious. Shall we? Oh wait, you have to share your worst roommate story.
Oh yeah.
Are we gonna do that?
I don't
before-
know if you
are
have
we gonna
one
do that
about
before
her.
going into the stories?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you have any
Do you
sort
have
of
any
I don't-
crazy thing?
Nothing
that-
crazy, but recently.
Okay, you have
you
something?
can see.
Recently.
Okay. So before we get into the stories that you guys shared with us, we're gonna get into their personal worst or funny roommate stories. So,
Yeah.
With each
who's
other.
going first?
I
You
go
can go
first.
first.
I'll
Okay.
go first. This just happened recently, and it's just a funny story. It's not
Oh
worse.
my God, yes.
It's just funny because like
Nervous.
I'm here in like the apartment just chilling. I'm watching a little Netflix, and then I'm getting ready to go to bed. Took a shower, and I come out of my room. It's like maybe 1 or 2 in the morning, and all of a sudden, I hear like, I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? And so I get closer to her room because she sometimes just falls asleep with like the room, like her doors open or the lights on. I was like, okay, is she okay? So I literally just like kind of creep my head in on something like I don't want to get too close, and I look, and like she's just like
Get in the
she's just like I'm like, oh. So I literally just like I just tippy-toed backwards, and I'm like, okay, I'm not dealing with this right now. I don't know if she sleepwalks, because it wasn't even like it wasn't English, it was gibberish, and I'm like,
wasn't English.
and I'm like, she might be possessed.
Oh
So
my God.
so this is where like I shouldn't have done it, but I ended up going to my room and I locked my door that
You
night.
fucking locked.
So if
his
she needed help, I
door.
couldn't have like helped her, but I was just like I didn't want to deal with it.
He was so freaked out.
I was a little bit. I was on good vibes. I was like, no, this can't happen. No.
He was
I
probably
want-
high as fuck too. And he was like, oh.
No, I just want good juju. That's it. And I went to sleep.
He's like locking my door, not dealing with that
For
tonight.
those not dealing with Satan. For those of you who don't know, Jess tends to talk in her sleep, and like she'll
I just
she'll
found out.
scroll in her sleep, but like
I'll
she'll turn on the light.
I
in
turn
her
on my
sleep.
lights. I open my doors.
So that
Unbeknownst to me.
that is hilarious.
I don't know how you didn't. You for sure knew
I've
that.
probably heard it, but the door is closed. This time was just like so vivid. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
dude.
actually ended up sleeping with my door open that night. That's funny as fuck.
It's so funny. I heard that from Jess's point of view, so to hear it from yours is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He locked the door on your ass.
Because Jess has told me she'll have like nightmares and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I know she has like terrors sometimes, but this was gibberish. I thought she got abducted or something.
I'm dead.
So usually when I'm sleep talking, I'm saying something like in my mind, but my mouth is not coinciding.
That's what it was. I think
with the words.
I think what happens, you got startled, and because I opened the door, so you probably heard that, and I think when you try to say, "Who that?"
Like,
I tried to say who dat.
Who that is?
the translation.
Oh my god.
Who dat?
Imagine I wake up and I'm like who dat. Who dat.
But instead it came out like.
Yeah. It's like, I'm pretty sure she was like moving her hand too. Like,
Yeah, I'll for sure move
Yeah,
my
she
hand.
does that. She
I
does
don't know if I said it on the pod the other day, but
she's always pissed when she is
Oh,
sleep
yeah.
talking. Like whatever's happening, she's pissed about.
Yeah,
it.
it was
because I'm
like-
like waking up from a fucking nightmare, bro.
Missed the fucking bus, and I'm like, what?
drop my latte. Fuck.
Literally.
Dude, did I say the other night? But what I did at Juan's, how I woke up and I was like,
No.
Has it ever transpired as like sleepwalking or just
Yeah.
talking?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
what I didn't want to do. So you're not supposed to wake up a sleepwalker. So
nah, bro,
You
wake
locked
me
the
up.
door on your ass.
No.
I'll wake up.
you're like a black belt. Yeah, you don't ever fuck with Jess. Don't sleep on her. She's a
Honestly.
black belt. What is it again?
She would punch
Taekwondo?
you.
Hopketo.
She would punch
Hapkido.
you in the throat in her sleep and would not
I've
even
seen
remember
it.
it.
I've seen it.
He
She-
has.
She
has
punched some
seen
guy
it.
in the throat.
I did punch a
A
guy
man.
in the throat. Yeah. Moving on. The other night I was at my boyfriend's and he said that I woke up in the middle of the night like startled. Like I woke him up and I was like, I was like, where are we going? And he was like, and he just laughs at me at this point. And he was like, we're not going anywhere. And then I was like, can Ashley come? And Ashley is my cousin. I feel like I said
might have said this last week.
Regardless, I'm reiterating it. But yeah, so I had like set up eyes open and everything. Yeah. Like, dude, I'd have to break up with me. There's no way. There's literally
one time when we were sleeping together, I woke up and she was on her phone and I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, I'm just having to transfer money. Like, she was on like her Chase Bank app, like in the middle of her sleep. I swear to God.
No,
that was in Mexico, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, Jess, put the phone down. You're like, no.
I know.
I was just transferring money.
Dude, I remember that because when you engaged with me, I woke up and I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
What am I doing? Yeah.
Remember, dude, I couldn't sleep that night because I thought I was possessed.
I had to hold you.
You did have to hold me.
Little spoon, big spoon.
I was big spoon energy that night.
Yeah.
You were little spoon energy.
Yes, she had to hold me,
okay.
And I could not. Like, I didn't sleep.
Wow.
That place, I think, was also haunted, though.
That place was 100% haunted because we had later found out after we stayed there that, like,
the
mom's son, like, committed suicide.
Yeah,
and, like,
so
it actually was haunted.
I was possessed.
Anyways, okay, let's move on to our funny fucking roommate stories. I'm so hyped for this. Y'all really showed out.
Yeah,
like,
guys, we had no idea you were so passionate.
We struck a nerve, and I don't think we've ever got so many replies about anything. Y'all got some good roommate stories.
So one that I'll start off with from my friend Shayla, which is just fucking hilarious because I'm reading this, right? And I'll read it to you guys. She says, he literally never pays rent or does chores, doesn't cook, doesn't clean, but let me tell you, I'll give him the ring. Sometimes I get home and I find him chilling in my room and on my bed. She said, doesn't like any guy I bring home, but my mom loves him. He's great with kids, only pees in one corner of the house, but then again, he's also my cat, so I allow it.
Oh my God.
I was like, this is a horrible fucking roommate.
I was expecting dog.
That's a plot twist.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, ready? We got a lot of good, like, college ones, especially, like,
those are the best times.
I got some sorority ones, which are hilarious.
Insane.
Okay, so my friend said, my first sorority roommate. As a freshman in college, I moved into my sorority house, and a week after meeting my roommate, my parents came for Parents Week, and after dinner with my parents, we went back to see my room, and something was blocking the door, so I squeezed my head through and see my new roommate butt naked, passed out on the floor. I finally get in and clothe her and put her to bed with a throw-up can. The next day, I leave and spend the day with parents. We get back to the room that afternoon to invite my roommate to dinner, assuming we could all laugh about it. When we get in the room, she still hasn't woken up. It was 3 p.m. My parents and I woke her ass up. Right, literally, that's what
I was like, this is taking a turn for the worst.
That's where I thought it was going to, but she said, my parents and I woke her ass up, and we all went out for drinks together. A couple hours later, BFFs ever since. So that has a happy ending.
She didn't die. Like,
I thought she was going to be dead.
They went straight for drinks. Wow.
I know. Could you imagine, though, like, trying to open the door with your parents and your roommate is fucking blacked out, passed out, and you, like, can't even get the door open?
Yeah, see, I was that roommate. The one on the floor passed out.
That is hilarious.
So one of my friends submitted this, and it's actually funny because I've lived with her. So I know she's a good roommate.
Yeah.
And she said, this girl was having a rough time, so I let her move in. Then I start finding out.
Hold on. That right there is already bad situation.
Red flag.
Yeah. This girl was having a rough time, so I let her.
Oh my God. Wait, I just unlocked a memory.
Okay.
I'll say it after this.
Beep, boop, bop, beep.
Wow.
Boop.
Maybe I should say it now before I forget. Because it's slipping.
Go.
So my dad actually, my dad has a house here in South Florida. I only lived there for like one summer before college. So I've never really lived there because I've always lived in the dorms, whatever. And so my dad is just weird. Like, he let some chick live with him that he wasn't like hooking up with. Like, he knew her.
I feel like I know this.
You for sure
do.
You have to
because the
know.
purses or something.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So I had stuff here, right? I had stuff like, stuff that I didn't bring with me to college, and clothes that I couldn't fit, whatever. Like, I still had a dresser there with all my shit, and this bitch was staring in my fucking room, right? And come to find out, so my little sister still lives in that house, and this lady was staying with us, right? My little sister said that she went into her room, like into my room. I think she was like looking for something or whatever, and saw my clothes in this bitch's suitcase.
Oh.
And
your sister saw your clothes in this girl's suitcase.
In the random bitch's suitcase. And this girl's like, she's not young. She's a
older.
woman. She's a fucking whole woman. And Bella was like, I think Bella mentioned something to her, and you know, whatever, she like said it was a miscommunication, blah blah blah. Whenever I like, this is years ago, this is like, you know, when I first like was in college, this is probably like 6 years ago now, but I remember that like she moved out of the house, ended up like stealing a bunch of my shit.
Nice.
Like a bunch of my like I had like Coach bags and, you know, just like I had nice stuff, and she took it all. And then somehow my mom found out that like this bitch was stealing my shit, and my mom somehow knew her through a mutual friend, and my mom like, so I think the girl like came to a party, and my mom was like, oh, you're the bitch that was stealing my daughter's shit, right? So my mom pulls her aside, and my mom is like, if you don't give me all of my daughter's shit back, I'm telling everyone at this party who you really are.
Oh my god, who you really are, the drama.
No, it was like a crazy time.
Yeah.
Like it was like, you know, at the time it was like a whole fucking ordeal.
A whole drama.
And so, yeah, this girl ended up giving my mom all of my shit in a trash bag. Like she had so much of my shit.
People are wild.
So that's a horrible roommate story.
People are wild.
And I was fucking pissed at my dad, because I'm like, Dad, why are you letting these
random
sus ass people?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, and I think we're all old enough now that it's like, if you see a red flag like that, don't get yourself in a messy situation. If someone's going through a rough time and you're not like family with them, it's not my problem. Like, I don't know.
I mean, of course, unless it like you know, unless it was like, you know, a byproduct of like a natural disaster.
Yeah, of course.
Or something of that nature. But yeah, if this person's just spiraling.
I'm all for being a good person, but it's your home, and you need to protect your boundaries.
I mean, protect your energy.
Who knows what else she fucking stole from me.
And your safe space. Okay, continue with this story.
So, you know, in a very similar fashion.
Yeah.
So picking back up on this first message that I was reading. She said she was having a rough time, so I let her move in. Then I started finding out from her own friends that she was talking mad shit about me and making up these crazy lies. And then she threw a fit when I moved into my new house and told her that she had to take the smallest of 3 bedrooms because she was living there for free. And then she said, then when I started dating my boyfriend, and this girl was a mutual friend, we started comparing her stories and then catching her in a bunch of lies. Oof. And then the boyfriend was driving her to the grocery store to be nice, and the girl leaned over, grabbed his dick, and said, I bet insert girlfriend's name has never given you roadhead before. And then he left her at the store, and they never spoke to her again. Like I think they left her shit outside and just never spoke to her again. Ooh. And the thing is, I know the girl who told the story, like, and personally.
She's not bullshitting.
No, she's not. She wouldn't. That bullshit.
Is so messy.
I lived with this girl,
messy.
so
that's a little spicy too.
Oh my god, little spice there. That's horrible. Okay, my friend said over summer.
Good boyfriend though. Good boyfriend.
Yeah, right. Yeah, hell yeah, boyfriend leaving the bitch at the fucking store.
Yeah,
walk home, ho. Anyways, over summer I was placed with a bunch of foreign exchange students that didn't believe in air conditioning. Every day I would wake up to the air conditioning turned off in the summer.
Fuck that. Absolutely not.
When I complained to my RA, the students claimed I was insensitive to their culture. Yikes. I feel like air conditioning is a thing that could be a problem. Who were they?
What was their culture?
Foreign exchange students.
Oh, she didn't say?
No.
That's fucking weird. I'd be like, well, I don't want to sweat in my sleep.
I feel like that could be an issue, the AC. I mean, it's an issue with me and my roommate now, Tyler. Fucking fight over the AC every goddamn day.
It wasn't our last apartment. Like, that was kind of an issue, but there was also 3 of us, and it was like kind of like a larger space.
Yeah.
And my room would get really cold because like that was where like the majority of the vents were, and like theirs wouldn't. So they'd crank it and I'd be fucking freezing.
people have really different like temperature
I'd rather it be cold than hot, so I just put on a sweater if anything.
True.
I sleep with a hoodie.
Yeah, you do. It's weird. I could never. I sleep like naked. So this girl said that they talked shit about me in French, and then they didn't know I knew French, and I called them out.
Oof, yikes.
That's messy as fuck.
That is messy. She said, one summer, my roommate sublet to a random with a few mutual friends. She had a personality personality disorder, which we obviously weren't aware of. All kinds of weird shit started happening around the house. Literally thought it was haunted. Once the front door was wide open when I got home, and all three of us swore we locked it when we left. Our mini fridge was outside the front door when we came home. Another time our living room furniture was all rearranged and none of us had done it. But the kicker was when she called my other roommate and I said our house was robbed and the police came and everything. Long story short, it turned out she robbed the house and called the police on herself because she was in a different personality when she did it. We later found out she literally had no recollection of all the weird shit she did because she did it in a different personality.
Holy shit.
That's one way to get away with it.
That's crazy. She didn't know.
Right?
She didn't know.
She had no recollection.
No recollection.
Recollection.
That's fucking crazy.
That is really scary. Could you imagine?
Yeah,
no.
She called the cops on herself. And then, like, didn't know.
You played yourself.
you literally played yourself. Oh my god, that's scary.
Yeah.
But also, no
shade to those with disorders.
No shade to mental health, disorders and things like that. But
that is just fucking crazy, though.
That is really crazy.
Our friend Fro said that he would get home, his roommate would get home late, put a pizza in the oven, get high, and then forget and go to sleep.
No!
That happened to me a couple times.
Yes.
What? You forgot it?
I forgot and I almost burnt the damn place down.
He's almost forgotten to turn the...
I
I've turned off the stove a few
times. I came home one time, like maybe 3 a.m. I put a pizza in the stove. I woke up the next morning like 7, 8 o'clock and it was like crisp black. I was
Thank God he didn't burn down
just
the
casually
apartment.
almost literally burned down an entire apartment building. No big deal.
Although in our previous place, a unit did catch on fire. That was a crazy show.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Oh
not
your
unit, but
yeah, that was crazy.
Unit
People
two,
were
like 2 under you,
because
right?
they had a whole damn like barbecue grill with propane gas on their balcony.
I mean, like on a small ass balcony, like you're fucking. You're not even
literally like a video from the highway was on only in date.
Someone invited their tío to make some hot dogs and barbecue.
Yeah, shit went wrong.
Very wrong.
Someone said that her 2 roommates were like, she walked in on them hooking up with each other and they weren't like together, and she just like walked in on them and then they all had to continue living together.
That is so
like
awkward.
no fucking thank you.
Oh my god, could you imagine? I'm cringing.
That's messy.
Imagine I walk in on you and Kevin hooking up.
It's just like a mind fuck. You're just like,
oh wait.
And then you feel like you're third wheeling.
Wait a minute.
What?
I never said my roommate horror story.
Oh yeah. Throw that in there.
Wow, we got so distracted.
We got so excited.
Damn, I almost escaped it.
Yeah.
We got so excited with my sleepwalking and talking.
Okay.
Here we go.
Back to it.
So, let me set the scene. It's 4 a.m. I'm dead fucking asleep in my room. And I wake up to some girl walking into my room, going into my bathroom. And mind you, like, I have a private bathroom in my room. Like, no one, I don't think, would have known it was there.
Yeah.
So this girl walks in, fucked up. Like, this girl's fucked up. And this is when I was dating my ex. So we're both asleep. She walks into my fucking room, walks into my goddamn bathroom, pulls down her pants, leaves the light open, leaves the door open, and just starts pissing. And I'm like, okay. Am I interrupting something here?
Did I?
And let me tell you, bro, I was fuming.
Oh, I can imagine.
Like, I could not sleep because my blood was boiling. I was so mad. I get up, I let her flush, and I drag her out. I swear to God. I'm like...
Did you grab her by the hair?
No, obviously I didn't drag her, but I'm pushing her. I'm like, okay, let's go. Get the fuck out of my room. And I literally just shove her out of my room and lock the door, and I just go back to bed.
Oh my God.
And then the next motherfucking morning... So apparently she had been asleep on the couch and basically like walked to my...
And who is this girl?
It's a friend. I was taking care of...
It's a friend.
I was taking care of a friend that night. She got a little too drunk and I wasn't going to let her go home by herself, so...
Interesting.
Oh, really? I slept through all of this because I was doing the right thing. I was doing the gentlemanly thing, and she slept. We had 2 couches at that time, so she slept on
the couch.
I slept on the other couch.
Gotcha.
I had to make sure she wasn't going to...
just being a good friend.
Regardless, I wake up the next morning.
That's hilarious.
She's just in my kitchen. Hi. I'm like, you fucking dumb bitch. I'm like, I'm like, where's my fucking apology? Where's my fucking breakfast for waking me up at 4 a.m.?
Where are my 2 hours of sleep that I'll never get back?
Yeah, I was so mad at that.
That's hilarious.
Because like
just imagine waking up and like a random girl in your bathroom pissing with the door open, lights on, with your boyfriend in your bed.
While I'm sleeping next to my boyfriend. I'm like,
my god, I'm dead.
Yeah, so that's
fun.
That's my roommate horror story.
Okay, we got another one coming in hot. Okay, she says, I lived with 2 other girls and my boyfriend. One of the girls moved out and was pretty desperate to fill the space, so we just picked the first girl who acted interested in the room to move in. Again, first red flag. At first, she was great, but it got progressively worse. She had a new guy over almost every night and made it very obvious they were having sex all through the night. None of us got any sleep from their banging and screaming. I swear I thought someone was getting murdered. She would come out into the living room in the most scandalous outfits whenever she knew my boyfriend was home. She left the kitchen trash to the point where we had roaches crawling on our counters, and she kept telling me that I should ask my houseboy, aka boyfriend, to clean it whenever I confronted her about it, or sometimes it just wasn't her mess. Honestly, we got a lot of stuff about like cleanliness, dishes,
a ton
sex. We haven't even talked about that.
Can we unpack where she said that this girl would come out of her room in the most scandalous outfits? Because I swear to God, I would falcon punch someone.
Punch someone.
I would hurt someone.
Yeah, I would curb stomp a bitch.
There's no fucking way. I'm trying to. We're both, me and my boyfriend on the couch eating popcorn. She's like coming out in like a little lingerie set.
Okay, I feel like what roommates deal with is like there's like dishes and cleaning. And then we got some that were like food in the fridge. Like people don't know how to like share food or like steal each other's food.
Ooh, that's a
big one.
That's a big no-no.
That's a big one.
It's a big no-no.
And then a lot of stuff about
we still ask if it's like a single banana or something.
Yeah, it's like it's a courtesy thing.
And of course, even if you do, like it's fine, but like replace it or you know whatever the fuck it may be.
Ask.
Mention it.
Just
I took a banana.
Mention it.
A lot of like hearing sex like through the walls or like
fortunately we've never
I don't think we've had to deal with that with each other.
I don't have sex.
We're discreet. We're discreet in this household.
And like significant others being around too much.
Yeah.
Like you know, I've heard from other friends like when a boyfriend is like staying over so often and they're like, "Oh, does he want to start paying rent because he basically fucking lives here?"
Oh, that's
that was a thing.
That
was a thing with my ex, actually.
And that was not the thing. That wasn't something that bothered me too much. I mean, I got to a certain point with that. But if like a significant other like that's cool is common all the time, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna throw some shit like, "Hey, are they gonna pay the rent this time?"
I mean, not actually.
I mean, our other roommate Kevin definitely brought it up when he basically moved in with me. Like my ex moved in, and it was hard for me because he had no money. That's why he was living with me. So it's like it's not like I can ask for more. I think that we did end up paying like the FPL bill, or like we ended up paying like the Wi-Fi or something
you like
small
made it.
like
you
that.
made it count.
Someone actually said, my roommate would get mad, or my roommate would bring random guys over to fuck without telling me, but get mad if my boyfriend came over. Like situations like that.
No.
I'm like, the thing is, I'm way too confrontational for any of this to even occur.
Right.
I would be fucking throwing the hammer down
immediately.
Yeah, there's just no fucking way.
Someone said my roommate sold the jewelry my grandma gave me at a pawn shop and I couldn't get it back. Wow. Hate that for you.
Bitch.
Stealing is a thing.
I would take all of my shit out and light the apartment on fire.
Stealing is a thing.
No way.
Another friend said stole my car in the middle of the night and drove it drunk.
And crashed it?
No, but drove it drunk.
But yeah,
she knew she was
reckless.
That is absolutely unacceptable. This girl said her whole family would stay with her for weeks at a time, and we had a 2-2.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's bad.
That would drive me fucking crazy.
That's really bad. Yeah. Have another sex one. Never locked the door when she was having sex. I saw her man's ass at least twice a week. Hate that for you.
Like the ass? The cheeks?
Ass, cheeks.
Both cheeks? Or one cheek?
Oh, my God. This girl said, I once had a roommate / best friend, in quotations, who slept with the guy I was seeing while I was at work. Like, would always sleep with him when she went to work.
That's fucked.
Yeah, fuck
That's
that.
horrible.
How'd you find out? That's terrible.
I had a roommate.
We don't have a lot of details here.
I had a roommate that used to wait until I'd leave to go in my room and use my perfumes.
Perfumes are expensive.
That's
Wow.
weird.
That's also
is weird.
stealing.
That is stealing. Every spritz is a steal, bitch.
This girl said my roommate stole my dog for 2 hours and I lost my shit because I thought he ran away.
Stole her dog?
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, me either.
Just to show off the dog that's
Okay,
not yours?
wait, this one's bad. I watched my again, we don't really have a lot of details. This question box is kind of small unless people sent like DMs,
Yeah.
but I don't know, I don't know why this happened, but I watched my former roommate crush up laxatives into our other roommate's ice cream.
You love to
And
see
just
it.
let it unravel?
I'm
Like,
sure
why?
she deserved it.
Why did that happen? I don't know,
Oh my
but
God.
Our friend,
I would lose my shit, literally.
yeah.
our friend Nikki sent a bunch in.
Oh my
Apparently,
gosh.
she's just had the worst
Ever.
like roommate stories. One of them,
Damn.
she said, my first roommate at 18 called me a white girl bitch for saying my mini fridge was going in my room. That's so fucking funny because I can imagine Nikki being like, I'm taking my mini fridge to my room, and that girl being like, fucking white girl bitch.
Oh, okay. Context. Yeah, that's funny.
That's hilarious.
She also said, one put Nair in my conditioner bottle, and then I had to hide my food because I thought that she poisoned it.
Yo, that's like...
How does it even get that toxic?
How does it get? I'm moving out.
How does it get that far?
There's no way.
Yeah, yo. Like,
Yike.
just break the lease. Fuck it.
Oh my God,
Way
at
better
that
than
point.
way better than living with each other.
Someone said, my roommate almost got me evicted by throwing fireworks in our pool. Pool guy told owners.
That's lit.
Yeah, right.
Oh my
It's
God,
kind of rowdy.
Taking a note out of their book.
Right?
Nikki also said, I lived with 2 guys and they moved out, and when they moved out, they took my shower head with them.
And
Like,
probably
oh my God,
what?
it's horrible.
Why?
massaging shower heads.
This girl said one of my college roommates threatened to kill me and my friends.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's fun.
Love that for you.
Love threats, you know.
Oh, this is horrible. Ready?
Yeah.
You guys mentally prepared?
I'm always...
Okay.
I'm tuned
She
in.
left bloody period panties.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
In a cup of water on our kitchen
Water?
table with glasses that we use.
What was she doing? Fermenting her seed?
Okay, I didn't read that
Fermenting.
whole one, and I just did, and I feel nauseous.
I do feel a little nauseous.
Wow, that's fucked, dude.
But then again, ew.
Ew.
That's so weird. Why would you even do that?
Okay, someone else said walked always almost naked because she wanted to fuck my man.
See, that's when you can catch the falcon punch.
These hoes ain't loyal.
Get well soon.
Get well soon.
This girl said, freshman year of university, my roommate stole my epilepsy medication. Like, what do you need that
Yo,
for?
there's some friggin', for lack of a better term, crackheads. Like, there's really some people who are out here doing some crazy shit.
Yo,
I can't
honestly,
imagine. Like, no sane person does any of this.
The broad statement here is just get well soon.
Get
like
well
these people just need to
soon.
get well soon. They are
And
not okay.
if you're with a shitty roommate, get out of that ASAP. That
Get
is
the fuck
horrible.
out of that, bro.
There's a lot about
Get you a
dish-
Daniel.
A lot. Yeah, everyone needs to find them a Danny in their life.
Get you a Soraluz. He'll save your life at fucking 4 a.m.
A lot of people said copied everything I did. One person said something along the lines of like she would go in my room and look at what I would just bought so she could buy it too. So weird.
Ew.
I have a funny dwelling story we can
Yes.
do after. So it's not between us, but
Yeah.
so
Give it to us.
funny dwelling story, right? So I have a best friend, and we'd had some crazy nights. So we come back drunk, whatever. So me and my boy, we always had some crazy nights, right? And we come home drunk one time from Fort Lauderdale, and then we go to my room, right? Because he's a brother to me. He can sleep in my room. I'm back in my bed, no problem. So he goes to my room. We go to my room, and then I guess he knows the general outline of my parents' house. Because this is my parents' house. It wasn't even one of our apartments. So this is like back when I was still living with my parents.
Okay.
And we had a night out in Fort Lauderdale. We came back, and so he knows the general layout of my house. So he knew where the bathroom was, right? So I guess he woke up in the middle of the night, goes to the bathroom, right? No problem. This is like drunk, lit Carson.
And
walking.
he gets fucking lit, dude. Just like, he's just one of those people that like just kind of turns into a shell of himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like lights are on but no one's home.
Yes, exactly.
He's the best, dude.
He
So-
is. I love him so
But
much.
this is the funniest part. So he comes out of the bathroom, I guess, right? And thinks he's going to my room. So he goes into a room.
A room.
And he goes into his room, and he just jumps in the bed. Right? Like a normal person. Yeah? Boom. Takes the covers off, puts them back on, sits down. Little did he know that my grandma was staying in that room. So he jumps in the bed with my grandma. And my grandma is like, she thinks it's me, right? She's like, oh, okay, Danny. And then like she's just like sitting there, but then like, so my grandma like is sleeping like a normal person.
Like I don't know.
But then she's like nudging the body next to her.
The body.
And she's like,
That's
Daniel. I'm like, not responding because it's not me. And then all of a sudden she like unveils it, and then she just sees like,
she's like this buff black
no, not
man.
even. She sees feet where the head's supposed to be.
Oh my god.
Feet where the head's supposed to be. And so like she freaks out. She's like, obviously that's not me. So she literally like, you know, and she's like 80, like late 80s, and she's like getting her way out of the bed. Like you can just imagine, because I didn't see it, right? And just like playing back in my mind. And apparently she like ran downstairs. My mom was already like cooking for, like the Sunday meals. But then like he was so scared. But then I came down and I was like, what happened? And she's like, they're talking and like, your friend jumped into bed with your grandma. And my dad was, this is my dad's mom, and like my dad was kind of furious, but me and my mom and my grandma eventually could not stop laughing, dude.
It's so funny.
And I'm like,
hilarious.
imagine this is the night after, we're like, you're still drunk, I'm still drunk, and I'm hearing this story, I'm just lit, I'm like dying laughing.
Oh,
that's
my
like
God.
the most Carson story.
And-
that is fucking
I mean,
gold.
It's come full circle. It's Carson's family now, and guess what? He's moving in with my sister in New York. So Carson, Derek, and
our friend-
so
our
they're
friend
like
Derek.
legit fam.
so my sister's about to have a
Wow.
Jessica experience in New York with two guy roommates.
Yeah, right.
Oh my
Love that
God!
for her.
Wait, that is funny as fuck.
Dude, and the
Top
thing is,
five.
You can't make
so
this up.
funny.
Like
Top
you
five
can't make this
story.
shit up.
He's
Top
so
five.
funny.
That's amazing.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's hard.
'Cause
Y'all-
I'm also just, you've met Carson.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like picturing this
Little
buff
Spanish grandma.
and Carson's buff ass, probably half naked
Oh my
body
God.
in this bed.
Poor Grammy.
So funny.
Abuela. Yeah, man. You got to wrap this up, y'all got a good thing going. Be thankful for it, because after reading these stories, like there's a lot that just people just don't align on. And like, dude, that sucks. It's like stealing, and like it's your home. You want it to be comfortable.
I mean, it has to be.
Like if you dread coming home,
there's an issue.
I mean, granted, we all have to like go through certain time periods of our lives,
Of
which
course.
a lot of them include having roommates.
Well, yeah, and then
kind
just
of-
when you're younger, like,
Yeah.
I had a lot of, kind of crazy roommate situations when I was like in college too. Like,
Yeah.
so Nugget is actually co-adopted with another one of my,
I knew he was going to be
Previous-
your dog, though.
he had to be my dog.
Yeah, you knew that, too.
I had to
And
know
so
it.
did she.
Yeah, I mean, she like full sent to LA, and she doesn't even like, I don't even know if she thinks about Nugget anymore, but yeah, that's my
Do
dog.
you think about me?
There was one of my roommates who left a J on a coffee table that Nugget ate.
Oh, nice.
One time.
That's fun.
He ate like half of a J and then got high as fuck, so there was that.
Oh, my God. Yeah, the pets are a big thing, too, I feel like, with roommates. Like,
Yeah.
cleaning out we got a lot about cleaning out litter boxes. Like, y'all need to, I feel like just having a meeting at the very beginning, setting the expectations, like, even though I think people already do that, and obviously things go
I
haywire
don't know,
anyways.
dude. People are not confrontational, and that's where the issue is.
problem
We need to
is,
have another
yeah.
episode of just
How to be confrontational.
how to be confrontational in a course by Jessica Martin.
Yeah,
because
literally.
I got y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all need to be confrontational.
I've gotten better, but
I got y'all.
any last
Between
words?
the both of us, we've got that covered.
Yeah, right. All right, guys. Well, that wraps it up for this week's episode.
yeah.
Danny, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Where can the people find you if they want to follow along your journey?
Oh, you can find me at sorta_loose, and from there you'll find all the links to everything else. I have a lot more.
And that's
Yeah.
SORTA_LOOSE. Loose.
Correct.
I'm like LU.
And he's always on some dope creative stuff, so
Yes.
go check him out. Go follow him.
I've been on a very good just flow state lately, and I've just been making a lot of cool stuff. So actually, let's talk about the glasses real quick. if you
Oh,
want.
hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, if you guys were watching, we were all wearing glasses at the beginning here. He's doing these
Vibing.
really cool new like mood
These are-
enhancing glasses.
These are
Ooh.
samples.
That's a vibe.
So
Yeah.
you're not wearing glasses, you're wearing Moody's.
Moody's.
That's a
Cute.
vibe. All
That's
right.
cute.
Well, yeah, go peep his stuff, show him some love, and we will see you next week for another episode of Whiskey and Water. Love you guys.